Welcome. I am honored to have you be a part of my AMSOIL webinar today. My goal is to introduce you to the endless possibilities of being inside and getting to know the AMSOIL world. And you can become a dealer, or you can use the product on your own as a commercial outlet that has your own equipment, or as a store or a shop. This webinar will be about 45 minutes, and feel free during the webinar to drop questions in the comments sections. And if you just put the word clean engine every time, clean engine, I will get back to you, answer the questions either live or shortly thereafter. And I also would like you to take note of my, and I'll say it at the end as well, my phone number. It's from Vermont, where I lived for 15 years, but you can always call me any time of day or text me. It's 802-233-0030. I'll say again, 802-233-0030. Or you can always email me at AMSOIL. It's AMSOIL at cleanengine.net. AMSOIL at cleanengine.net. So we'll get started. I was born and raised in Daytona Beach. Most of you probably know where that is, in Florida. My career was civil engineering and construction. I worked overseas in heavy construction in Saudi Arabia. I was in the private sector. I ended up joining the Navy as a reservist for 27 years as a civil engineer, and ultimately worked for the federal government at the Department of Homeland Security. I was involved in Rotary. I was president of my Rotary Club up in Vermont, and I deployed to Iraq with the U.S. Marine Corps in 2007, and ultimately retired in my part-time reserve job as a Navy captain in 2013. And I retired from my real job with the federal government in 2000. So that's my background in a nutshell. Let me bring you up how I got involved with AMSOIL. And I started it in 2004 after I learned about the superior performance of their lubricants, not only extending engine life with better fuel mileage, but less drain intervals. And it was tough to get over that. But the more I used it myself, the more I realized I want to become a dealer. I want to sell something that's this good. So I started slow. I had no support from my sponsor, which is one of the reasons I'm doing this webinar. And he may be listening, but I doubt it. So the point is, you want a sponsor who's really going to support you, whether you're a dealer or whether you're a shop that uses it in part of its business every day, whether you're a retail store, whether you have your own equipment, or you have huge benefits extending the engine life and the drain intervals for your equipment. The dealer, the sponsor, is so important. I grew the business very slowly at my own pace over the years. And I did it because I felt with my personality and having the Navy career and my real career, that it was a good add-on. It's almost like a hobby. It gives you the freedom of having your own side business as a dealer. The bottom line is, that's why I'm so excited about this today. You know, I want to assure you of my commitment to help you succeed, whether you end up as a customer of AMSOIL buying the product for your own use or for your shop or your store or your own equipment, or whether you decide to become a dealer and deal with all of those and sell to all of those. So let me tell you a little bit about AMSOIL. AMSOIL actually started before 1970, but it was introduced to the market in 1972. The owner of the company, the gentleman who started it, was an ex-fighter pilot in the Korean War. And we just started, as you know, using fighter jets in the Korean War. And they required, due to the extreme pressures and heat, therefore, they had to have a superior performance from their lubricants, which is when the military developed the technology to make synthetic lubricants for the jet engines. So he wanted to bring that out to the real world. He wanted to bring that out to the rest of the customers that are potentially out there like us. So he started marketing this with his own superior protective qualities and extended drain intervals in 1972. And since then, AMSOIL has been exclusively distributed through independent dealers, such as myself and possibly you, if at the end of this webinar or later on you decide you want to give it a shot. So during our discussion today, you're going to learn firsthand about the many opportunities that AMSOIL provides while learning about the actual premium grade product line that ensures all your vehicles and equipment are protected to perform better and last longer, which will obviously save you more time and money. So here are the different options. AMSOIL has what we call a preferred customer program. This is very inexpensive. It's $10 for 6 months or $20 a year. And it's free to sign up, pay the fee once or every year if you want to continue it. You're going to get 25% off all AMSOIL products, 25% off. And that's the same as a dealer can get it for. And you also get free shipping on orders over $100. Well, dealers, we have to purchase over $400 to get free shipping. So preferred customers are those that want to use this in their own equipment. They're going to buy more than $100 worth a year because the 25% savings will be made up with one order, which is typically a case and 2 filters. And you also get exclusive promotions. So the goal, though, is for preferred customers, as you get more familiar with AMSOIL and try its different products, to tell other people. And then possibly they'll want to become a dealer themselves. We also have people that don't want to sign up. That's fine. They basically want to have their online program where they can order right from AMSOIL, they can make a call. But the key is I would be, or if you're a dealer, their sponsor. And they also get free shipping anywhere. So bottom line is some people just do not want to have a preferred customer. They don't want to have to pay anything, but they want this stuff now. So most of the oil is shipped within 24 hours and to one of the distribution centers around the country. Like there's, for example, on the West Coast, there's one in Las Vegas. And it typically arrives in 2 days maximum. And again, the headquarters is in Superior, Wisconsin, keeping in mind that they're in the central time zone. And they're open till 7 o'clock, so central time. The retail catalog, which is what you purchase when you buy online, is given to the dealers, but it's also free. If you go to my website, cleanengine.net, you can sign up for an electronic version of this. It has all of the products, and it's nicely laid out, but it also shows the preferred customer price, which again is basically the wholesale price along with the full retail. Now, the next category, the third category after the preferred customer or just paying full retail, is if you have a business and if it sells like a small auto parts store or a large auto parts store, it doesn't matter. You want to sell it in your business. You might be a gas station that has, does oil changes. That's called a retail business. You also get 25% off everything you purchase, And those businesses typically order more at one given time, but it's $400 over that. It's free shipping, but the maximum shipping charge is $13.99. So it never exceeds that regardless. So if you decide to become a dealer, then you'll want to interview and contact the different auto parts stores or hardware stores that have 24 or fewer outlets, because that's why you can't buy AMSOIL in the big guys, the O'Reillys and the Advanced Auto and what have you. So people that want to have that in their stores, it's going to attract the high-end customer, those that want to pay extra for AMSOIL, because it's not the same price as Mobil 1. We do offer a original equipment grade, which is about the same price as Mobil 1. But the performance characteristics, as you'll find out on the website, we list all of them, exceed that of Mobil 1. But if people want to take care of their equipment, they're the ones that go to those stores and they want to be able to pick it up and buy it now. So it's very good for small stores or repair shops a lot of repair shops want people to come back every 3, 5,000, 7,000 miles. So we have a oil, as I mentioned, for that store, or those that want to drain their interval, have their drain intervals extended to 25,000 miles or 1 year. You pay more, but again, you get the added benefit of more protection and obviously 1 year drain intervals. Now, the next program is a commercial program. This is the last one. It's for individuals or businesses that have their own equipment, lawn mowing business, delivery fleets, taxis, Lyft, Uber, lawn landscape professionals, contractors, heavy equipment. I have a customer in Vermont who has 18 pieces of heavy equipment, excavators, and some backhoes and motor graders and front end loaders. This is huge because if you become a dealer, you get 25% of what they buy. But if you want to be a commercial account yourself or not a dealer, you get 25% off, just as a PC does or a retail store. So you're getting it at wholesale prices. You use it in your own equipment. You'll get freight discounts, the volume discounts, 5, 10, 15% as you order more and more over the years. It's awesome for even like pest control companies. The big guys are like the fleets, the schools, and the public utilities. I actually have a customer in Vermont at the Public Works Department of the city of Burlington. Now, I want to talk to them about growing what they're using. Right now, they use it for the hydraulic oil and some compressor oil, but those guys are going to really, really reap the benefits of using AMSOIL in their equipment. Fire departments, public works departments, as I mentioned, if you're in that business right now, I want you to please look at cleanengine.net, look at the performance characteristics of the oil, and see for yourself how we compare with other companies. Just like with a retail account, there's no cost, zero cost for the customer to set up the account. You don't provide social security number, and you get 25% off everything you purchase. As I mentioned, you can also get 30-day credit or longer, and you get your sales tax exemption for the retail stores so that you don't pay tax to AMSOIL, you pay it, you obviously charge your customers. These two types of businesses benefit the most, and as a dealer, you're obviously going to get, as I mentioned, 25% of, or 25% of whatever they buy. They become your own personal representation of selling AMSOIL. You'll support them. AMSOIL will, with their initial purchase, will give them a sign that says AMSOIL sold here. Commercial businesses wouldn't necessarily have that. But the bottom line is, the more time you spend with programs, or I should say companies like that, the more they're going to want to come back to you, even if they start off small, to build up. They're also going to buy a lot more in a single order than preferred customers or online, full retail customers do. So the bottom line is they require a higher level of service. So if you're a retail outlet or a commercial outlet, your sponsors, say hopefully me, I provide that firsthand experience and knowledge and support should you have any issues with AMSOIL. If they don't meet your needs, they're going to go somewhere else, and I couldn't blame them, right? So, but it's potential, huge potential. So if you decide that you actually want to try this as a dealer, it's $49.95 a year. I'll touch base on that later. But the bottom line is it gives you the freedom to sell into those markets I just described. Individuals that want to buy full retail price over the web or just by calling AMSOIL. Those that want to be preferred customers, retail stores, or commercial businesses that have their own fleet. The key is, as a dealer, you're going to have a referral number. They need to use that referral number. It will be built into your website, and you want it on your business cards. You want to share items with them, like the AMSOIL magazine. You'll get that as a dealer every year. You're going to get, or every month. Whenever there's a price change, which hasn't been very often, you'll get the wholesale price list. And like, here's my business card that I use with a QR code on the back. AMSOIL can print those for you, or you can go to private sector companies, quite a few that offer that. Vistaprint is one, for example. if you love motorcycles, for example, and you want to focus on riders, that or other power sports enthusiasts, UTVs, ATVs, jet skis, snowmobiles. Snow machines are huge, obviously, this time of year. You can do that. You can focus on whatever you enjoy. Hot rods. I have my first car, a 67 Firebird. You'll see it on my website. I still have it. I hate to tell you how old it is, but it's 50. I've had it for 50 years. So if you're into that, go for it. AMSOIL actually advertises in Hot Rod Magazine, which is really cool, but they're advertising a lot of other venues to help you with that. So you go to car shows, you take your car to wherever those groups hang out, and most all of them already know about AMSOIL. What I've found out, a lot of them don't know where they can get it easily, and some of them want to get it off the shelf. So if you get a retail shop that has it, whether it's like a hardware store, like I'm working with Ace Hardware, it's important. Auto parts stores. I have Ace Auto Parts here in California where I'm living. So there are great opportunities to provide that to the guy who wants it just now, doesn't want to wait 2 days. But that's the options you have. So your dealership will offer you an extensive freedom and flexibility at your own pace. You don't have to buy any product if you don't want to. If I had done that, I wouldn't have been a dealer since 2004. I can't even count how many years that's been, 19 years. So you go at your own pace. If you're retired, you want to have a second job throughout your career for fun, this is what I look at it. Yeah. Or some people have made it their full-time job, and a lot of folks have been very, very successful. And they do it either over online, or they've been in the business because their parents were in the business. Because let's face it, those of us that were around in 1972 when this started, they're in the retirement age. So, but this opportunity, this webinar is a unique invitation for you to get started, whether you use this in your own equipment, sell it in your own store, use it on your customers' vehicles that you repair, maintain, or buy it for your own use. This opportunity that AMSOIL has really does unlock the opportunity for you to go to that next level or add that next piece in your life if you want to be a salesperson, have your own business, or again, if you want to buy it, just use it as a preferred customer, or pay full price online or in your shop or in your store or in your company equipment. So the good news is, and this is all on our website, if you go to cleanengine.net, you scroll to the bottom, you'll see these performance indicators. We have performance tests with all of our competitors. Every product has a detailed data sheet that has the specific breakdown of all the key components that goes into a lubricant. That's what you will compare with the competitors if they provide it. We don't go around saying, oh, hey, AMSOIL is the best. We can prove it. And that is how it's easier to sell when you sell the best. So I help you with that as your representative, as your sponsor. And that's something, as I said, I didn't get it when I started, but you'll get it with me if you decide you want to be a dealer here. As I mentioned before, this is the opportunity. Just put in Clean Engine. You can type that you want to be a dealer if you want. Regardless, I'll get back in touch with you. It's $49.95 a year. And there's no obligation, as I mentioned, to purchase anything or carry an inventory. You'll get a check once a month for whatever commissions you earn. It'll go direct deposit, I should say. You'll get a 1099 at the end of the year, which obviously tells you what you made at the throughout the year. Your business will be what you make of it. And it's the same way if you use it in your shop. You can just have a few customers you introduce it to that say, hey, this is the best oil you can buy. Here's the proof. You don't have to come back for a year if you don't drive 25,000 miles or more than that. Or as a hobby, as I mentioned, or the most cost-effective, frankly, are for those that have equipment, their own fleets. And to be able to have people in the public works market, like I said, the schools, the buses, you can see the benefits. AMSOIL extends its drain intervals through a oil analysis program, which is a separate company, not part of AMSOIL. And this gives those companies the peace of mind when you're changing oil and it requires like 4 gallons or 2 gallons. You're looking at a lot of savings when you don't have to change it after the specific number of hours that's recommended by the equipment manufacturer. But the way you do that, and most of these businesses do, over the road truckers, is you take advantage of the drain interval program. My customer in Vermont, the excavation company, uses, the oil analysis program. The customer in Vermont takes care of that. They use the oil analysis to extend their drain intervals. So this is live. I'll have any questions and answers. You can just put them there. I'll get back with you live. Or again, you can call me anytime at 802-233-0030. I'll say that again. That's 802-233-0030. And or text, call, or send an email to amsoil@cleanengine.net. So look forward to keeping in touch with you, and I hope you enjoyed my webinar. This is my first, and you'll probably be doing these too if you become a dealer. So I appreciate your time today, and please keep in touch. Thank you.